Hello, Heritage. I'm going to show you how to put in a lease. In this case, it's a landlord side of the lease, but the same procedure will be available or should be followed for a tenant side of the lease. So I'm in the agent's page, logged in as them. We're going to build this under the group name instead of under the individual name. This is where they have been putting all of their files under the team or group identity versus the individual identity. So make sure that your contacts are loaded in properly, because if you have the contact under the individual name, you'll not find it in the group name. So as always, you would start by putting in the contact. I know that the contact's already in here, so I'm going to skip that step and go down to the opportunity. Again, we're on the Opportunity tab. I'm under the team name, and I'm going to simply create my opportunity. Double check the team, who is the owner or who's assigned to this, and then we're going to select the correct opportunity type. Here, we're going to go to Landlord, start with our client, and it'll find it. There's our client. Now, sometimes you may want to add a second client with this. In this case, it doesn't give us the option on this, but maybe in a purchase or sale, you would do that. I like to add the address into the name so that it is easy to find, both when you just glance at the screen, but also when searching through the MCA department. All right, and then we need to put in the lease price, or how much the monthly rent would be. In this case, it was $29.50, and the commission was $24.50. Oops, 20. I wish it was that much, right? $24.50 is the amount of the commission being earned. We're going to create the opportunity. The next step we want to do is get our, well, we can add the property here first. That was probably a good thing. I think this was on the MLS, so we should be able to find this in the listings. I wonder if this only searches, this is new for me. I wonder if it only searches for, I don't see any lease listings, so it won't pull up a lease listing. We're just going to put in the property address, 1746 Escada. I guess there is no E in there. So there's our address. We're going to go to the Documents tab and select the checklist type. This is a residential lease. Again, we're on the landlord side. And then we get a list of the documents that we're going to need. IABS, a listing agreement, because you're listing the property, you should have that. If there was a W-9 that you needed to put in here for paying the other agent, you can do that. So I have the documents for this one right over here along the side here. So I'm going to just do Add Document, pull in my IABS, and assign that. And do the same with our listing agreement. I like to stack them in order. It just makes it easy to find them. If they are in a folder or another program, you can always use the attach multiple files. Now that I have this in here, we're going to submit to the Market Center. We're going to go to the Under Contract or the Under Lease. We are going to add the lease here. Drag and drop that here. Oh, it didn't take it. There we go. Let's try that again. Now, one thing that I did not show was I have the MLS sheet over here. So after submitting this, because I only need the lease, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to add the MLS sheet. You can add any kind of documents here by going to the Add Item button. And if you have additional documents that you want to put in here, put it, in this case, the MLS sheet is just another kind of a document. We're going to add our MLS sheet. And this is just good, helpful information. If you ever need to go back and review, it's all in one place. You don't have to then log into the MLS and find all that. Last thing we got to do is the commission. There is no offer when it's on a lease. It's the same. So we're going to have the items that we need to correct. When was the lease signed? And it was just signed this week, but it doesn't start until June 1st, just in this particular situation. And there we have it. Again, when it comes to leases, the $75 E&O charge, the command program automatically assumes it's going to be deducted, but when it gets processed, it will not be deducted. So this number will change for the net payment. Once you're done here, if you have any notes for the MCA department, you would add that. But in this case, we don't. We are just going to submit, not make a donation right now. And this file is now 100% done, ready for review by risk management and then commissioned by the MCA. Thank you all for watching.